Podcasts on UNC-TV.org are made possible through the financial contributions of viewers like you, who invite you to join them in supporting UNC-TV.
John Falkenbury, always a pleasure to have you here on North Carolina Now.
Well, thank you very much, and it's always a great pleasure to be here. Really, you guys are such a great organization, and North Carolinians need to really support you. You do a great service for us.
Thank you, sir. Now, you are the president and CEO of the USO of North Carolina. But coming up on March the 31st, there is a special event honoring Vietnam veterans. Tell us about this event and why you chose to honor the Vietnam veterans.
Well, you know, we are not a veterans organization. Our mission is to serve active Guard Reserve family members and our retirees. But I'm a product of the Vietnam era. The mentors I had, the sergeants, sergeant majors, captains, and colonels, were all Vietnam veterans. And we all know how the Vietnam veterans were treated, markedly different than our current warriors. And we were approached to say, you know, the USO is known for entertainment. And while we don't consider ourselves an entertainment organization, we said, yes, we can help, because people recognize the USO as a respected brand. So we signed on to be the host, along with the North Carolina Association of Broadcasters and Charlotte Motor Speedway, of a huge welcome home celebration. And it really has three purposes. We're going to celebrate with a lot of great entertainers, but it also is to educate and to assist. And when I talk about educating, we have launched around the state in 4 locations a moving wall from a Pulitzer Prize winning photographer that tells the story from his eyes of the Vietnam War. And hopefully to drive awareness, to educate the population, and drive them to the Charlotte event. During the event, in the middle of the Speedway, there'll be historical markers that reflect back on the Battle of Way, or Yankee Station, where the Navy guys were serving. So to continue to educate people on the Vietnam War, because it's something that most people don't even remember. We've also invited the VA to come in, and they're coming in from National, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, to set up assistance, to process claims, to do health assessments for all veterans, not just not just our Vietnam veterans. And then we've also invited over 60 military and veteran nonprofits to come and set up to say who they are, how they can help you, and if you want to help them, how do you volunteer? Because volunteers are the lifeblood of all our nonprofit brothers and sisters. So that's the education and the assistance. But the celebration is phenomenal. We're going to kick it off with a very poignant wreath-laying ceremony done at the Vietnam Wall by a Medal of Honor recipient who lives here in North Carolina. We will have a POW missing in action table done by our friends from Rolling Thunder. We will have a flyover by F-15Es out of Seymour Johnson. The Golden Knights will jump in, and that's just starting it. And then we have entertainers. We start off with the 82nd Airborne Chorus, the 2nd Marine Air Wing Band. We have Rocky Lynn, who's an emerging country artist out of Statesville, George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars. And then we top it all off with Charlie Daniels and his band. And the MCs are people who people will recognize. Chris Noel, who was Win a Date with Chris, an Armed Forces radio DJ in the Vietnam War. The Vietnam vets remember her. We have Rick Dees, North Carolinian from America's Top 40, going to be on stage emceeing. We'll have the Vietnam Moving Wall that will be there. We'll have static displays from the Army, the Navy, the Marine Corps. So there's something for everybody here. And you know what? It's free. All you have to do is go to Charlotte Motor Speedway, welcome home, and sign up for free tickets.
As someone who served in the Army as a colonel, as you look back, of course, during the Vietnam era, it was, as you said, totally different than from other wars that the United States participated in. When you look at the folks who served and the treatment they had, what advice would you give to someone, especially to let these folks know that they were appreciated for what they had to do?
The first thing I remind Americans and all North Carolinians is your military, from past years to current, does what its nation tells it to do. And our troops in Vietnam never lost a battle, nor did they lose any of the conflicts over there. There were political decisions that were made, but those warriors did extremely well. What you can do on any warrior, past and present. A lot of our veterans wear a hat that says Vietnam veteran or World War II veteran, Korea, Desert Shield, Desert Storm. Go up and just say thank you. Say, we appreciate your sacrifices. Because you have to remember that right now, this is an all-volunteer force since the mid-70s. They're volunteering. Less than 1% of our nation is serving and protecting us. So go up and say thank you to them. And if you don't have the opportunity to say thank you, get involved with a military veteran nonprofit. We live for volunteers. The USO of North Carolina has over 700 volunteers around the state in all 5 of our centers: Raleigh, Charlotte, Fort Bragg, Camp Lejeune, Fayetteville Airport Mobile Unit. There are a lot of other great military and veteran nonprofits. It's not about the nonprofits, it's about serving those that take care of us. So that's how you get involved, and that's how you say thank you.
In your serving, I mean, what keeps you motivated?
You know what? It's the volunteers. It's the staff I have, a very small staff. They get up every day. They're taking care of these men and women in uniform. When you see these men and women in uniform, and you look on average 5 and 6 times deploying into combat, that means 5 and 6 times they've uprooted, gone into combat, put their lives on the line, come back with a lot of issues, PTSD, TBI, financial issues, and we've got these volunteers who come up and put their arm around them and say thank you and just take care of them. That gets me pumped up every day. I do not get up in the morning dreading going to work. I look at every day and say, how can I convince North Carolinians to really help the USO of North Carolina take care of these men and women in uniform? You know, last year we served 407,000 people. And so with this Vietnam Veteran Homecoming celebration, we're going to carry that honor back into the days when we were taking care of the guys in Vietnam, just as we are today.
And if folks want to know more about the USO North Carolina, where can they go?
You go to uso-nc.org. That's the website, and you can find out where the events are, how to help, and time, talent, and treasure. There's information there on the Vietnam Veteran Homecoming Celebration on the 31st of March at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Come out and enjoy the day and say thank you. Stand up and tell those Vietnam vets that, you know what, we made a mistake 40 years ago. We're trying to rectify that right now. Come out there and show your part.
John Falkenbury, President and CEO of USO North Carolina, also retired Lieutenant Colonel in the Army. We thank you so very much for stopping by and sharing your insights on the USO, and we certainly appreciate your service to our country.
Well, thank you, Mitch. It's a great honor to be here, and you guys keep doing what you're doing because the impact you have across the state is phenomenal. Thank you.
Podcasts on UNC-TV.org are made possible through the financial contributions of viewers like you, who invite you to join them in supporting UNC-TV.